welcome back to Unicorn Warriors Eternal. Kyle,
right.
Pecos with the Zeros on Instagram. If you guys don't know, he's a super talented artist. Gosh, episode 3 of season 1 just dropped on HBO Max this past weekend. I make it sound like it just dropped today. This past weekend. I am in love with the mustache animations in this episode. He has a fan. The police captain has a fan right on his desk, and it's literally just like
the chief inspector. Yeah.
I mean, I love stashes, or what's Anchorman? I love lamp, but I can't. It's amazing, the secondary animation. I mean, it looks good on the hair and everything too, but everyone has such thick stashes in this show where you see it just like waving in the wind. I'm like,
because you know
beautiful.
What, 1890s, this was the era for those longer mustaches. You know. Yeah.
And then highlight animation was when she went to go not get her palm read, but her future read or connect to the spirit.
Yes.
The way the character's arm was like moving, and his facial expressions when he was like, come in and do you have money and all this stuff. I was just like, that is, you don't see detailed and 2D animation like that anymore.
No.
Like literally the way his arm was moving in secondary animation. I was like, it is so beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I found myself being mesmerized by that character, like almost as if like he was enticing me to come into the show. I was like, yeah, like let's go get a palm reading or something.
So good.
Yeah.
And we found out some big drops though in this episode.
Yeah.
Basically, they awoken the wrong people.
Yep.
We had characters that very much look like the characters from the past.
Yes. Yeah. One was a descendant of the and I remember what I was saying, European, like French, right? So she's the French descendant of that of the Shadow Gal, right?
Yeah.
Of Melinda, and then that monk guy obviously is supposed to inherit Seng's soul, right?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, I'm pretty sure. Again, this is going to tie back to Copernicus being woken up in his grave early,
which was mentioned in this episode too.
Yes.
It was definitely mentioned about this in this episode that he was woken up early and something is off with the rebirthing cycle or what would it be, rebirth, I guess.
I would say so.
Yeah. And the dilemma of what's going on, what's the Betty Boo character's name?
Emma.
What's going on in Emma's body is so cool right now, how she is forcefully rejecting the spirit.
Yes, that like spiritual struggle between them. Yeah.
It's really cool. But it's almost insane how she won't help out people when the army comes in. It's almost to the point it's like, that's pretty insane. She really doesn't want to do it. Like even with the end of the world on the line kind of thing.
So, well, okay, here's the thing though, Nick. Like I get it, because remember, this is also hero's journey, right? Refusal of the call, right? This is a long drawn out refusal of the call. I think it's understandable. All right, Nick, I want you to put yourself in Emma's shoes. All right.
Wait.
Okay,
there.
Okay. First off, you don't even remember who you are. You have inklings of like people who should be important to you, right? But they don't quite match up, right? You're trying to make sense of just of your own world, right? And of course, there's these giant shadow figures, robot things like attacking you, right? Like undead elephants, that sort of thing.
Undead elephants, you're right.
And you don't even get like a beat just to piece it all together, right? It's just like one thing after. Also, you've got some sort of dark elf saying that like he's your lost love. Like what's going on, right? Meanwhile, you've got your actual husband, well, fiance, because I don't think they properly got wed, saying that he loves you, and you don't even know that because you're fighting with Melinda's stuff. I get it why she's confused. She doesn't want to fight. She's like, look, I got to figure out my own stuff first, you know? And I understand, like, because if we're talking about heroes, that seems selfish, but at the same time, like, when you're called to that sort of thing, that is like astronomically crazy, right? Like sort of situation, right? So of course you're going to be like, what is even going on?
Yeah.
You know?
And then we had a great joke with the statues, army of the statues.
Yes.
Wait here.
You know what?
Here. We're gonna be right back.
I actually thought that was a little off.
Oh, really?
Just because, you know, I always considered this a more adult animation. And so, like, not that I was thinking we're going to see full blown hogs or anything, right? On these stone statues. But I mean, like, you know how they're like embarrassed, like they're trying to protect Emma's dignity or
Yeah.
something. But then again, I guess at the same time, there's the 1890s. You still have that sort of Victorian sort of, propriety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Sorry, I just realized, that I realized the time period. I'm like, oh, okay, of course they'd be a little.
It'd be more proper.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Schneizers or schnauzers or again. What so we also had a lot of fun. Well, I had a theory. So supposedly these people know who they were supposed to be.
Yes.
Did our dark elf character know that?
Right. We didn't see Edred's. We didn't see Edred.
Well, is he the right person? Anyways, because remember, he's the only one that seems like he's fully there.
Yeah, he's with it, but he also mentioned something was off too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, question: is Copernicus there when they die? Does he recapture their soul?
I don't know. That's a theory we had. Remember, we're like, does he reabsorb them in the last episode? So we're like, interesting, very interesting.
What are the soul mechanics?
There was some freaking amazing walk cycles in this episode, especially with the cops walking around when they were arresting people.
Yes.
The way the hips were like moving and stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so freaking good.
Yeah.
But back to the story, our monk kid.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Our monk kid is definitely learning how to use his powers at this point. Yeah. And it was so much fun seeing him try to navigate the real world and in the spirit realm. Or is it the astral plane? Or
it's the cosmic plane.
The cosmic plane, thank you.
Yes. And like he's like ooh, like a cosmic walker or something, or like with a huge like
Oh. It was so awesome.
He's gonna be glued to that for a while.
Yes. So I really enjoyed the show or the episode. Was there any other moments or stuff you want to talk? Oh, we got to reveal that the fox character can go, kind of has similar powers to the monk kid.
Yes, because
I'm so sorry about the names.
Yes, I was also trying to look up his name. I forget. It starts with an A. It's like Archie. Yeah.
This is a live stream, so
yes,
forgive us if we messed up.
Yeah, because that fox character appeared in a different form. It looks like
it was a nine-tailed fox.
A nine-tailed fox. Oh, so and isn't the lore about nine-tailed foxes that they can shapeshift?
Yes.
Or something? Okay.
But she seems very much in fox form in the real world too.
I mean, maybe
because she has that fox nose, but she has human clothes on. But she definitely has a fox face.
She also has human arms, and she's human height.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Is that like she's anthropomorphized?
Maybe I'm just thinking of the Jimi Hendrix song, "Foxy Lady, I'm coming.
She does.
I'm coming to get ya."
She does have those swinging hips.
Foxy. Wayne's World. He goes, Foxy. So good. And on that note, follow Kyle on Instagram, Pickles with the Zero. Leave your comments down below. All comments will be entered to win at a raffle at the end of the month. Go to thebestnerdyshirts.com to get a lot of our cool merch. And stay tuned because we're definitely planning on covering the show in the future.
Yes, indeed.